Good morning and welcome to Edina's 19th annual 4th of July Parade, brought to you this morning by the Edina Community Foundation and the City of Edina. I'm Bill Neundorf, the Economic Development Manager for the city.
And I'm Lori Severson, President of the Edina Chamber of Commerce. The Commerce is proud to sponsor this year's broadcast of the Edina 4th of July Parade. So join us for a fun morning. Bill, what a great weather that we have for us today.
It's fantastic. It's one of the nicest days of the year.
It is. We're very fortunate.
It was exciting to watch the crowds gather as I came up here this morning. People had lined the streets since yesterday, putting out chairs and blankets, getting ready for the big day this morning.
They were out early this morning.
So I see there's some vehicles making their way towards us.
Yep. I hear the fire engines, the sirens going, so I think we're just about ready to start. Kick it off.
It's been fun watching the group gather, though, going from a few folks earlier. It's now being jam-packed.
Yeah.
The streets, as far as I can see, are
great
just lined
crowd.
with folks. So soon behind us, we have Edina Police Motorcycle Officer Darren Civic. Behind him is the Edina Fire Department, and they've brought Tower 90, a ladder truck, as well as an ambulance. Several of our firefighters are joined on the trucks by their families this morning. There's Officer Civic.
It's always fun to see the motorcycles.
It is. They have quite a fleet of our police department, all different vehicles, cars, motorcycles, even a couple segways.
Got the bases covered here in Edina.
So I always get impressed with the fire trucks. I don't know if it's just a little boy in me, but so this is a ladder truck. It has quite a reach on it. Has quite a noise to it as well. But this truck can pump 2,000 gallons of water a minute on a fire.
So do you know, for your backyard swimming pool, how long it would take to fill?
Well, I don't know exactly what that means, but what the fire chief tells me is that they can fill an average size in-ground pool in 10 minutes or less.
That's amazing. That's a lot of water.
I can't even fill my bathtub in 10 minutes or less.
You're right.
The city has 42 full-time firefighters and paramedics. It's a nice-sized group. We have our 2 fire stations, and they love getting out there, getting in the crowd in the community.
Very nice size for Edina.
It looks like this is our veterans coming down this morning. You know, every year the City of Edina honors our veterans during our 4th of July parade. This year we have over 70 veterans that are either marching or riding in this year's parade. And they're veterans of many different conflicts throughout the world, going back to World War II, also the Korea and Vietnam, as well as more recent conflicts, Operation Freedom in Iraq and Afghanistan.
We certainly appreciate their service.
And this is the day to really show our thanks for this great country and enjoying our freedoms.
That's right. Here we have the Minnesota Police Pipe Band. It's a nationally recognized top-quality competition and performance pipe and drum corps. Established in 1963, the band performs throughout the year at parades, concerts, and competitions in the United States and Canada. They're also a major presence at funeral services for Minnesota police officers and firefighters killed in the line of duty.
There's nothing like the sound of bagpipes.
Yeah, I agree.
Love it. I just had to be quiet and listen to it. It looks like our Grand Marshals are here.
We have 4 of them this year, Bill. The theme of this year's parade is Salute to Edina Volunteers, paying tribute to the various civic organizations that help make Edina the great place that it is. The 4 Grand Marshals, representing 4 major Edina volunteer groups, are Arlene Clapp, Larry Fredericks, Meg Chido, and Jennifer Benarat.
You know, Arlene Clapp represents the Edina Federated Women's Clubs. She's been here in Edina since 1970 and is currently president of that group.
Larry Fredericks represents the Edina Lions Club.
And Meg Chido represents the Chamber of Commerce. She was the 2013 Volunteer of the Year for the Chamber.
That's wonderful. And Jennifer Benarat represents the Rotary. We actually have 2 Rotary clubs here in Edina, the Rotary Club of Edina and the Morningside Rotary. A lot of volunteers.
And that's what we're really praising this year. It's a great, to make
exactly.
Edina the great place.
Perfect theme.
Lori, we've got a parade happening right behind us. There is a fleet of military vehicles all behind us.
We've got the commemorative Air Force Minnesota Wing Motor Pool. In 1971, a small group of commemorative Air Force members in Minnesota came up with one radical idea, and that was to form their own wing in order to help distribute the mission of the organization. The CAF was founded to find, restore, and preserve, of course in working condition, a complete collection of combat aircraft and vehicles flown by all military services. And really the goal of this organization is really for the education and enjoyment of future generations in America. What a great idea.
Exactly, and what a showing this morning. Boy, I think this is every boy's dream, to be in a parade in a vehicle like this.
You're right.
And again, thanks to our veterans that provided service in all ages, when they were younger and active, and as they're getting older with families, and now to commemorate their service to the country. It's great that they're here.
Exactly, and if you look along the parade route, you've got everybody waving and clapping as they're driving by, showing their support and appreciation.
You know, and several folks that are riding on these vehicles are also veterans. So again, as they go past, I'm here in the crowd cheering and
yep.
give a salute and a wave, and And a high five to these great folks.
And we've got individuals of all ages, Bill. Look at, you've got young kids out there waving and clapping. Parents, grandparents.
Here we have a group of Minnesota Korean War veterans groups. You know, one of the nicest things this morning, Lori?
What?
Look at that sunshine.
I agree.
Oh my gosh.
Nice breeze.
You know, it's interesting for many of us that were not in the service of any age. You look at these vehicles, you don't see anything like this in your normal life. All these are
Right.
custom built for a specific purpose. And you know, there's none other like these.
Exactly, Bill. Yep. Here's some kids
All right.
showing their appreciation as well.
And it was fun just a minute ago. I saw a group of kids running up to the Jeep, and they're handing out the little flags
Yeah.
to the kids.
Yeah.
So it's great to see the interaction.
That's what it's all about, pulling those generations together.
You know, Lori, I had heard that these vehicles are kind of like the old Model T Fords.
In what way?
Where you can order these in any color you want, as long as it's army
It's
green.
That's right.
Any shade of army green you like, that's what they come in.
Makes it easy.
It does. There's a tough-looking group of GIs walking down the street.
Camouflage.
You know, in addition to just being cool old trucks, I just can't stop thinking of commitment.
Yeah, you're right.
The commitment that these men and women made and continue to make.
And their families as well.
Exactly. Lori, this is quite a fleet.
We have so many different branches of the service that we need to recognize and acknowledge today.
Exactly, and I think most are represented in the parade. I know we've got a Marine
You're
group
right.
coming up. All right. Lori, I see something new on the horizon.
What do we got, Bill?
It looks like a group of folks on horseback, the Equestrians.
Minnesota Equestrian is an all-women color guard on horseback. They're appearing in our parade for the 8th year in a row, and they specialize in precision maneuvers choreographed to music.
I wonder if they'll do a little performance for us here. How beautiful animals.
Yeah, they are. The kids love the horses.
They do. They do. And the handlers are in wonderful charge. So look, with the color guard moving on, it looks like our next group is moving towards us. Here we go. The Edina City Council, there's Mayor Jim Hovland.
There he is.
So the Edina City Council consists of 5 individuals, Mayor Hovland, also council members Joni Bennett, Mary Brindle, Josh Sprague, and Ann Swenson. Boy, I think we missed Josh Sprague. He's here this morning. I didn't see him in the shot. Hi, Josh.
Next up, we have Lunds and Byerly's. They have 2 stores in Edina, one located at 50th and France, and the other at Hazelton Road and France Avenue in the greater Southdale area. These 2 beautiful stores provide high-quality services in a beautiful setting. Lunds and Byerly's is the presenting sponsor of today's parade. And, you know, Bill, they have a beautiful new store under construction at the Hazelton location. Have you been there recently?
I've been to the construction site, so September 18th.
Okay, that's good. I will be there. I will be there.
And that'll be the new flagship store. That existing Byerly was built in 1971, and it was the flagship at the time. It's time for a new flagship store, and it's going to be again here on France Avenue.
It is. I have so many favorites at Lunds and Byerly's. Great bakery department.
Lori,
I have to say.
we only have an hour.
I know the bakery is my favorite though.
I'm hooked on their deli
Oh yeah.
and their sushi.
They know me there. The checkout,
and
the
Big
checkout
Bowl.
people.
Yeah, it's a wonderful store, and we're blessed. They're based here in Edina.
Yes.
Headquarters
yes.
down at 50th in France.
Very fortunate that they're here.
Hey, next up, it looks like U.S. Bank, another sponsor this morning. U.S. Bank has 3 locations in Edina at 50th in France and France Avenue. U.S. Bank is also a presenting sponsor this morning.
Looks like coming up next we have the Richfield Marching Spartans. The Edina 4th of July Parade is one of 10 parades for the Marching Spartans this summer. Drum majors are Sarah Schroeder, Jeannie Lynch. Assistant director is Peter Dysart. Color guard instructor Annie Severson. Drumline instructors are Chris Porter and Dan Olson. And lead chaperone is Tim Kinney. The Spartans are directed by Ben Hone.
And let's take
Got
a
a
listen.
good beat.
You know, Lori, each year the city of Richfield sends over some ambassadors to our parade. This year we're joined by Cherish Kovac, Deepaka Pokaro, and Brandy Har. Also Jacqueline Castro and Jayla Inthoshin are Richfield's junior ambassadors. And this year Richfield wrapped up its 34th annual hometown celebration.
That's wonderful. What a beautiful float. I wonder how long it takes to put something like that together, Bill, the float.
I wonder how long it takes to get it here in one piece.
You're right. And where did they store it?
You know,
All those little details.
back in high school, we built our floats in my parents' garage.
Oh.
And they liked it the first year.
And then they wanted their
Loved it
space back.
the second year. By the third and fourth year, they were
not so much
looking forward to me graduating. But, you know, I think it's wonderful that the city sends over some ambassadors.
I agree. Richfield is a great partner.
Exactly. You know, one thing I see more and more of, both in city government and other places, is the multi-generational.
Yes. Yep. And we're very proud of that. You know, you had mentioned that we had representatives of the Edina City Council with us. We have several elected representatives. Also joining us is Senator Amy Klobuchar. She's Minnesota's senior senator, and she won re-election to a second term in 2012. It's great to have Amy with us.
It is. Our thanks to Amy for all the hard work she does for us, for the state as well as for the city.
Out there shaking
down in
hands.
Washington. You know, also joining us is Congressman Keith Ellison. He represents Minnesota's 5th district and has been in that role since 2006. It's gone quickly. With redistricting, Keith Ellison now represents northern and eastern portions of Edina.
Happy Independence Day.
Looks like Keith is ready for the fireworks tonight. He's out there shaking hands. He's got a lot of energy. Here we have Pets Are In. Take the worry and guilt out of your vacation. Have your furry child stay in a pet-loving home that's personally arranged by Pets Are In. Pets Are In has been caring for Edina pets since 1982. Owners Jim and Ann Platt are here today with some staff and their furry friends. Do we see Jim out there?
You know, I think Jim walked by just ahead of the group
Oh,
in a
okay.
big furry dog
We
costume.
missed Jim. Yep.
He was on the
He's
start.
their representative, the dog's representative for today.
You know, but they're followed up by the Edina cheerleading camp. The high school cheerleaders and coaches, as well as the Park and Recs Department participants, show off their cheering skills throughout the parade. Oh, wait.
Here we have the Hennepin County Sheriff's Office utilizing unpaid volunteer special deputies to assist in the daily operations. There are over 100 volunteers who have dedicated over 20,000 hours of their time to help the Sheriff's Department.
You know, that's our sheriff. That's Rich Stanek up on the boat. He was just at a city council meeting a couple days ago to give an update. You know, it's interesting, here in Edina with our own municipal police force, we don't always think about the Sheriff's Department right off the bat, but they're out there in their multi-jurisdictional efforts working alongside with our local police on so many different projects.
You're right, Bill. Very supportive.
Hey, it sounds like that's a Jack Brass Band coming along. Intermixed in there, we have Mike McFadden, who is a candidate for U.S. Senate. Looks like a bunch of his entourage is here with us this morning. And beads. You know, what's a parade without beads?
You're
candy?
right. The kids love it.
Where there's no doubt what that truck is all about. Here's a Jack Brass Band. The Jack Brass Band embraces the traditions of New Orleans jazz, at the same time adding old-time blues, rock, hip-hop, punk, funk, and reggae. Laura, do you smell something?
What is that, Bill?
Maybe a clown skunk.
What's a parade without clowns?
Exactly. And without skunks. He's having a good time.
He sure is.
That looks like we're here with the Aquadresters. This is a group of made up of both men and women of all ages who volunteer their time through the Aquadresters, entertaining children, young and old alike. They date back to the 40s.
Oh my gosh. And here we have the Edina Swim Club. It's a youth swim team for kids ages 5 to 18, and they compete in swim meets throughout the entire year. Looks like they have some goodies that they're handing out.
There's the Gators. Boy, I hope they throw some of that candy our way, Lori.
That's right. The leftovers.
Go Gators, go. You know, the swim club is great, but it's made up of parents and kids.
That's right.
It's for the kids, but man, you go to the meets, it's the parents, it's the grandparents. It's the Victoria Dance Productions, a dance training studio that's been training top dancers since 1993. They bring over 20 years of excellence to Edina. Lori, some folks have a hard time marching for a mile and a half in a parade. How about dancing for a mile
Bill,
and a
I was
half?
just going to say, I so admire them. I have 2 left feet. I can't walk and chew gum at the same time. And you have girls of all ages there.
Oh, that's great. That's wonderful.
And all that energy.
And all that practice.
That's right.
I always think about the practice. I don't know why, but boy, it pays off.
It all goes back to the parents. Next up, we have the Edina Football Association, which has funded and organized and run youth football in Edina for over 50 years. And of course, the Hornet, Bill.
That's right. Go Hornets. That's a nice float. That's a mean, angry-looking Hornet.
That is.
Boy, it reminds me football season's going to be around the corner.
Yeah, but that means fall's around the corner as
I'm
well.
not thinking about that part of it.
Neither am I.
I'm just thinking about being out at Coleman Field to watch a
That's
couple
right.
of games.
Going out for the football. They'll be starting practices soon.
This float is presented by Fairview Southdale Hospital. They're the city's largest employer, employing more than 2,000 people. And they provide acute hospital care throughout the southwestern suburbs, including Edina. Fairview this morning is a gold sponsor of our parade. And in addition to the float, in addition to the parade, Lori, Fairview Southdale is involved in all the different 4th of July festivities each and every year. They sponsor our fireworks display at Roslyn Park tonight.
Well, they're a great partner to the community overall, Bill. I mean, they're certainly heavily involved in the 4th of July activities, but all of the activities here in Edina and organizations, they're willing to step up to the plate.
It looks like they're taking blood donations. Do you want to roll up your sleeve?
I'm ready.
They're also making another huge investment in the city with that new emergency care center that they're building today.
Exactly. Mike Freeman is with us as well today. He's incumbent Hennepin County attorney and is running for re-election this year.
like there's Mike in the convertible. You know, Mr. Freeman also joined us at a city council meeting just about a month ago. It's great that all of our representatives on various levels can join us, not every month, but a couple times a year to give us an update, to keep in touch. And that's just on the official level, but we're always working together.
Giving the updates.
You know, next up it looks like Scott Honor, who's also a candidate for Minnesota governor this year. And he brought a small parade of supporters again. Oh, those kids are eyeing up some candy.
The streets are pretty clean, so when they throw them out there, it's gone quickly.
Well, I hope they put them in wrappers.
Yeah, you're right.
I love candy, not that much. Crown Bank was just mentioned. They were founded in 2000, and they're committed to providing superior banking service and principled management. They're a locally owned independent bank and also a gold sponsor of our parade this year.
And we also have the baton twirlers. Edina baton twirlers were taught their skills through the Edina Community Education Summer Shades program. Students ages 5 to 11 learn the basic skills of baton twirling.
Wow, Lori, they're coming fast and furious. That was the Edina Middle School and community bands working together jointly under conductor Geneva Fitzsimmons.
There's Eric Paulson. Congressman Eric Paulson represents the 3rd Congressional District here in Minnesota, which includes Western and Southern Edina. Paulson has represented the area since 2008.
And even after redistricting, Eric Paulson still represents probably 2/3 of Edina. The western 2/3 or so of the city is still within his district. He's provided many years of service for us.
Yes. Again, very involved in the community.
You know, it looks like we have the Carver County Mounted Posse behind us now. This is a group of volunteers that organizes to assist the sheriff's office with crowd control, security, and search and rescue. The riders and their horses are put through many, many hours of intensive training every year. One of the most difficult things is to get the horses used to gunfire, sirens, smoke, protesters, traffic noise, water obstacles, things that they encounter in all those crazy situations that can happen sometimes. While the horses do have a commanding presence that can move a crowd, they also generate great social interaction with the folks. There's a bunch of happy parade goers.
They are ready to go. The horses are beautiful.
They are. They are.
Absolutely beautiful. Here we have Faribault Woolen Mills. It's one of the last woolen mills in the country. Reopened in 2011 under new ownership. The company makes cotton, acrylic, wool blend blankets, bedding accessories including comforters, pillows, mattresses, and pads. Faribault Woolen Mill is a gold sponsor today. Great story, Bill, regarding bringing the woolen mill back to life in Faribault.
Right, that plant had been closed. It was shuttered.
Yep, for several years.
Oh, here's the choral. So the Edina Chorale consists of about 80 adult singers of all ages who provide a wide variety of music, from Mozart to Bach to Sting. they're singing more patriotic tunes today. But
Quite a range.
Exactly.
Here we have the Chicks on Sticks, founded in 1998 by Amy Balstead and Shirley Scheinlander. Chicks on Sticks explores the ancient and universal art of stilt walking.
You know, my old neighbor, who was about 4'11", used to call me the tall guy. Whenever she needed a light bulb change, she'd come and knock on my door and ask for the tall guy. I need this Chicks on Sticks.
Well, I need the stilts.
Hey, this looks like the Lacrosse Association. The Edina Boys and Girls Lacrosse Association provides organization for youth of all ages, kindergarten through 8th grade. Are you a lacrosse fan, Lori?
You know, I'm embarrassed to admit I know absolutely nothing about lacrosse.
So I don't know exactly how it's played. I don't know the rules, but I know that it's really an emerging sport. A lot of my daughter's friends really love lacrosse.
Very interesting. Edina Realty, they're a gold sponsor for today's parade.
You know, talk about another success story. Started at 50th in France years ago. Now they're the largest real estate brokerage throughout the entire Midwest.
Right. All started here in Edina.
Right. It's interesting as I talk to other folks, friends that live in other states, they're represented by Edina Realty.
They do a great job.
Jerry's Foods is up. Jerry's has been a community grocery store in Edina for over 50 years. Thanks very much to their gold sponsorship this morning. You know, and here's another grocery store that's making another major investment in the city. They've finished up their exterior remodel. I think they're finished with their interior. It looks great. Have you been to their new deli?
Have been. Yes, it looks absolutely wonderful. Great coffee shop.
They've got the new coffee shop, the new deli. They have a new wood-fired pizza oven. Try that out on Thursday. I'm going to go back for a second.
I may join you on that one.
You know, it's really amazing to watch our grocery stores.
You guys get something.
Jerry's, like Lund's, is also growing, adding
You guys
new
get
locations.
something.
Jerry's is just opening a new one up in Woodbury soon. I believe another one or two as part of their expansion throughout the metro. It's nice to watch them grow.
I agree. They do a great job. Looks like we have Tom's Mechanical Music joining us. Tom Werdeman has been working on old player pianos and other old musical instruments for more than 25 years. Now that's a lost art.
The sound. They don't make sounds like that
That's
anymore.
right. That's right.
Oh, next up we have Dave Irie. So he's driving his 1900 replica of a horseless carriage. He's been in the parade for several years. He lives here in the city, and he actually built that.
Oh my goodness, that's amazing.
It's a replica of a horseless carriage of the era. It has an 8-horsepower engine on it, and he built it in his garage about 10 years ago.
That's another use for a garage other than to store your car.
I should use that example when I tell my wife why my garage is so messy.
That's right. Here we have the Waters of Edina. It's a premier senior living community adjacent to Colonial Church. The building is owned and operated by the Waters Senior Living, a developer, owner, and operator of senior living communities in the Twin Cities metro area. The Waters is a gold sponsor. Beautiful facility. Have you been there recently?
Facility.
Yep.
In a way, I can't wait till I can live there.
I said, put me on the waiting list.
They also opened a second facility just east of 50th in France.
I did not know that.
It's technically in Minneapolis, but same level of service, different size building, but their amenities are wonderful. I met the manager and program director at the Waters in Edina. Great folks, amazing, and
I agree.
The care and commitment that they have for their clients, for the residents.
And the residents love it.
Right.
They absolutely love it.
We have the Edina Federated Women's Club in its 45th year as a philanthropic organization. I mentioned earlier that Arlene is one of our volunteers of the year, one of our parade marshals, and partially that is due to her leadership. They raised over $40,000 for the education fund this year.
That's amazing. Great job. Also joining us, Beisel Built specializes in remodeling projects of all shapes and sizes, including kitchens, bathrooms, basements, home offices, and more. Beisel is a gold sponsor with us this year.
And are also joined by Ellingson and Ellingson. Their CPAs have been in business for over 35 years, based here in Edina. They're also a gold sponsor of the parade.
It's great to see so many sponsors with us.
It is. We never lack for sponsors. It's wonderful.
Also joining us is the Zura Cycle Corps. From their beginning, the Zura Shriners have been involved with charities. One of the most prominent has been a Christmas basket and cheer, a program for needy families. In 1922, the first Shriners Hospital for Children was opened. The Twin Cities unit opened in 1924. Those are gorgeous bikes.
Lori, can you feel your entire chair shaking
I
right
do,
now?
I do.
Yeah. Check them out right when they come down.
You know, it looks easy, doesn't it?
It does.
Do you ever ride a motorcycle?
Yeah. I have a license. I don't have a motorcycle, but I do have a license.
You and I are in the same group.
Yeah, well, we're going to have to get together.
So I was always amazed it's so much more difficult to ride slowly.
Yes.
Easy to ride fast and recklessly.
I agree.
It takes precision to ride slowly and carefully.
If you ever need a riding companion, sign me up.
I'm so tempted. Oh, look, they're just taunting us now. We're coming back and forth.
That's right.
You know, Lori, going back to your Milwaukee roots, do you remember when Harley Davidson had their big celebration
Oh
at
my!
75?
Bill, it was amazing. Yep.
The whole town rumbled. I was driving through that summer, and the entire city just rumbled with Harley
You
Davidson.
could hear that constant rumble.
Yes.
Open your windows.
Right. This is a parade full of two-wheeled American muscle.
The Shriners, Bill, the hospitals actually serve individuals under the age of 18 and under, actually, with any medical needs. They do an amazing job. As I mentioned, Shriners have been around since the early 1920s. Great work.
That's amazing. Yeah, I've been fortunate enough not to have to be in the hospital or not have children in the hospital.
I
But
agree.
for those that do, it's just amazing work that these folks do.
So, Bill, do you have plans for this evening?
Fireworks, barbecue, and boating.
That's perfect. Fireworks for me.
Fantastic.
Not sure what I'm going to do about dinner tonight, but have some family coming in this weekend to enjoy Edina. I'm going to give them a little tour.
I'm picking up brats and chicken on the way home. We'll have plenty.
Sounds delicious. I may be knocking at your door. Brats and beer?
Those are future motorcycle riders walking by. Brats and beer. You know, Jerry's was here a moment ago, and I tried their brats the other day. They make house-made brats, actually at the Edina location. Fantastic.
Fantastic. I'm going to have to give those a try.
Absolutely wonderful.
On the grill.
There's no other way.
The bun is important, though, too. And the condiments.
So my household is in a low-carbo kick right now.
Oh, no.
So while I love pretzel buns or buns of any sort,
Right.
I get the evil eye when I bring them in the house. So
Okay, so you're relying heavily on the brat.
I might have to go to your house for my brat and buns.
Come on over because I'm huge on carbs.
You know, we tried brats with jalapeno in them the other day.
Were they good?
Incredible.
That would not be my first
Incredible.
thought.
I am I have the wimpiest palate when it comes to jalapenos, and they definitely got your attention, but they didn't put you over the edge. My daughter loved them, and she can eat whole jalapenos, and it doesn't really faze her. I don't know how she does that, but they were really good. Worth the try.
I will definitely. Was that Jerry's?
That was Jerry's.
Okay. We have to make a stop to Jerry's.
Yeah, next up, it looks like Boogie for Jesus. Boogie for Jesus is a dance ministry that tries to create a party atmosphere where they perform. They have a featured entertainer called the Godinator. That's right, he's a nationally known professional Arnold Schwarzenegger impersonator.
Okay, is he with us?
Well, I believe he should be there. He raps, dances, and entertains through his performances. They're sponsored by Freedom Church.
Love their shirts, Bill.
There he gets back in action.
Yep.
It's nice to see men that have rhythm.
I agree.
You know?
I agree. That's what I need to try. Work off a few calories.
How we doing, guys?
State Farm
State Farm Insurance. Matt Bachmeyer. Matt is local insurance agent with State Farm. Matt's also a former NFL scout and member of the 1997 Green Bay Packers team that went to the Super Bowl.
Okay, that's all I have.
Matt and State Farm are silver sponsors of the parade this year.
Happy 4th of July.
Oh, Lori, don't get me started on
City
Green Bay
Edina.
Packers.
I knew you were going to bring that up, Bill.
So I'm originally from Wisconsin, so I have to be a Green Bay Packers fan.
Yes.
And it's always been a challenge when I live in other states.
I know.
But my wife is a Vikings fan.
When in Rome.
We peacefully coexist on Sundays. The first John Philip Sousa Band was formed back in 1970 by a group of Edina High School graduates. They're now in their 44th year, and they entertain year-round at packed houses. Let's take a listen.
And First Minnesota Bank has been serving its customers for over 130 years in a dozen Minnesota communities. First Minnesota Bank is proud to have always been a family-owned bank and celebrates a tradition at work since 1881. The bank is also one of our silver sponsors. Great to see so many sponsors of this wonderful event, Bill.
Exactly. And again, another Edina bank.
Dedication to the community, exactly.
We're blessed in Edina to have no shortage of great businesses.
I agree. Oh boy, yeah, I'm the first one to agree with you on that.
Did you know that there's more people that work in Edina than live in Edina?
I did not know that.
There's over 50,000 folks that work in Edina in Edina every day, and we have about 48,000 residents here.
Well, they know where to go.
Exactly. Kids love parades.
They sure do.
Hey, next up, this looks like the Edina's Energy and Environment Commission. This commission is made up of citizen volunteers, helps the city stay on the leading edge of issues regarding environmental sustainability. The commission this year consists of Chairman John Keir, Vice Chair Keith Kostick, and also members Diane Plankett-Latham, Bob Gubrud, Sarah Zarin, Julie Reeser, Tim Rudnicki, Bill Sirks, and Paul Thompson. Elena Sokol is the group's youth member from the high school. Oh, and there's a shot of the city's first truly energy efficient car. It's the first electric car.
Have you had a chance to drive it?
I don't get to go anywhere. It is silent.
Yeah. I had a hybrid, and oftentimes people would think that my car died or there was something wrong. You come to a stop and it's complete silence.
It takes some getting used
to. It does, yeah.
I was at an energy fair a couple weekends ago. In fact, here's a home energy squad. And they had electric cars, electric motorcycles, electric scooters. It's pretty amazing.
That's the way to go.
They also had a stationary bicycle that was hooked up so as you pedaled, you created electricity and turned on a TV.
Maybe that's what I need to encourage a little exercise.
That's pretty amazing.
That's a great idea, actually.
They said it took a weekend to make it.
Love it. We have Veep joining us next. Volunteers enlisted to assist people. Founders believed that helping a neighbor in need is ultimately something that strengthens the entire community. Veep has been operating under this principle for more than 40 years, providing a range of services to help low-income people meet immediate needs and reach their long-term goal of stability. Today, Veep services residents of Bloomington, Richfield, Edina, and South Minneapolis, utilizing a unique mix of professional and volunteer services. Boy, what a strong partner.
Exactly. And Lori, there's also a whole bunch of groups that have just gone by. The Park and Rec Board went by. Here's a group from the Braemar Golf Club. The canoe, I can't read what that says. But if you want a canoe, can you think of a better place in the state of Minnesota to go canoeing?
Maybe raise some frisbees.
Lori, we were going to go kayaking on the Minnehaha Creek the other day, but the water is still so high.
Yeah.
It's just not safe right now. It'll come down. We're ready to go. We've got the kayaks ready. Another vehicle from Veep. They get out in the community. They just built a new facility in Bloomington, I believe.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. They're working very closely with Hennepin County to actually coordinate services for individuals in need.
Doesn't this just motivate you to get involved?
It does. Well, Edina is a great volunteer community.
And thanks to our volunteers, again, that's our main theme this year. And this parade is highlighted from folks that donate their time and money to make all these good things happen.
Another band.
The Brio Brass Band. I hate to talk over them, they sound so fantastic. They've entertained audiences since 1999. We heard the New Orleans Jazz Band earlier. The Brio Brass Band is a non-traditional rockin' brass band. Let's take a listen. They're
Crowd loved that.
Exactly. They're patriotic rockers this morning. Also based here in the Twin Cities.
They are? I didn't realize that. Okay, the drum set. They're going to get everybody rocking here.
So for anyone that's in the high school band and wonders if they're ever going to play again after high school,
that's where you go.
living proof. Plenty of opportunities to share your creativity. Again, I'm impressed by the guys with rhythm.
You and I both. Well, you played a musical instrument, though, didn't you?
Oh, no.
No? Representative Ron Earhart represents House District 49A, which encompasses most of Edina. He recently won his seat after previously serving from 1990 to 2008.
Okay. Good to see you.
And thanks to Ron, I believe he lives over in the Cornelia neighborhood, in that area, over by Greater Southdale. He's served this community for many years.
Yes.
You know, also Paul Rosenthal is also a representative. He represents District 49B, which is the southern portions of Edina. Has also represented Edina for many years. He's on his second term right now.
Happy 4th of July,
Served one
everybody.
term,
It's a great
took
day
term
for
off,
our
and now
Independence
one
Day. Have
re-election.
a wonderful day.
Another one of our elected officials, Senator Melissa Franzen. She represents Senate District 49, and she is in her first term
Exactly.
as state senator.
She took a break from Target.
She did. She did.
You know, it's interesting. We spent a little bit of time at the state capitol this spring, working with each of our senators and reps on some bills to help Edina to make the state laws work more efficiently for the city. It's an interesting process. Ultimately, we got some things done, which is good.
You want a sticker? Here you go. And oh,
I got it.
you got
No
it. Enjoy the
problem.
parade.
Thanks.
Senator Franzen is really excited.
She is. She's absolutely wonderful. Open to new ideas.
Right, right. You know, it's interesting to have a mix of representatives that have represented us for a long time, and then have someone that's a fresh face, brings a different level of energy,
Different
level of
perspective.
excitement. Exactly. Well, Lori, coming up, I believe this is the Ashley Ballet Arts Academy. Founded just 2 years ago, the Arts Academy is dedicated to providing exceptional training in ballet, and as well as related arts in a disciplined and nurturing environment. So you can see the young ladies there coming up.
It's great to see the young kids involved in the parade.
You know, there's so many opportunities for our kids here, boys and girls. Arts, sports, academics, leaping. And this is the first time I've ever seen red, white, and blue tutus.
Oh, gosh, first time, huh?
I guess I'm not a
You're
big
not, yeah.
ballet
You don't
person.
spend a lot of time around.
I have been to the ballet.
The ballet.
My wife has tried ballet,
I took ballet for several years.
so you do have rhythm art. One of my daughter's great friends is a dancer at the high school. and actually won the at the regional championship. She won the individual award.
Oh my gosh! Congratulations to
She's
her.
amazing. She's amazing. The talent here in our high school is just incredible. And it starts at this age. It doesn't just
Exactly.
happen magically.
These are great memories for the kids as well, participating in the parades.
As long as they don't trip, I think it's a great memory.
You're right. You're right.
You know, I just noticed the wheelmen. We've got quite a variety here. Looks like Remax Results is all fired up. And they are urging these Minnesota wheelmen to keep going, apparently.
That's amazing. Did you know, Bill, that they're a national group?
The wheelmen?
Yes,
No
yes,
idea.
yes.
Really?
Group of vintage bicycle enthusiasts. They include men and women, actually, all over the Twin Cities. I think they keep busy over the summer. They have several different celebrations that they participate in.
How do they get on those? So imagine the day when those were
A ladder?
When those were, first used.
Yeah.
We didn't have asphalt streets.
You're right.
We had
You're
dirt
right.
roads or muddy roads. So as our flamethrower gets closer and closer here, Remax Results is truly fired up to be in the parade this year. They have an award-winning real estate sales team that's determined to help you find your next home. Their website is results.net. Sounds like a dragon, doesn't it?
It does. Fire-breathing dragon.
Oh, Lord,
You're in
you know what
Edina.
you know what that reminds me of even more than dragons?
What?
S'mores.
Oh, Bill.
Can we get a giant
Oh,
marshmallow?
that sounds delicious.
Hey, right in front of us, that's the Cracker Jacks. It's a volunteer drum line.
Well, they're having a great time.
Oh, truly. Hey, Lori, I don't know if you can see this, but the guy in the car that was supporting them with the music also is playing the drums. He's got drumsticks and he's whacking on the steering wheel
Well, they're
while still
enjoying
being
it.
careful. Yeah, oh, Lori, we're missing a group. That might be a group out for a Sunday drive.
Exactly. Sunday drive on a Friday.
Well. And this is, I believe, Our Lady of Grace with a Christmas tree sign.
Exactly. This float is sponsored by Our Lady of Grace Men's Club and celebrates their Christmas tree lot. Santa and the children are here passing out the candy canes. It's a great float, Bill, but I can wait a little longer for the whole Christmas tree.
I wasn't going to say that. Look at the tree. It'll come into sight in just a minute here. The tree is fantastic. That's my key word for this parade. The
Decked out for the
patriotically
4th of
themed
July.
parade.
Yep. Looks like Santa has his shorts on, dressed appropriately.
We've gotten our tree at the tree lot the last couple years, and it's been chilly. But boy, they have the big fire pit going, and the aroma of, I don't know what kind of logs they burn, cedar or something, but
Perfect
wonderful.
atmosphere.
Yep. Hey, Pinstripes just walked by. Pinstripes is located on France Avenue. They have a 40,000 square foot dining and entertainment venue featuring a bistro with Italian and American cuisine. And right behind Pinstripes, I think, was Jerry Chapman.
Chapman, yep, driving the patriotic van.
You won't lose that in a parking lot. And then we have another dance troupe. The Platinum Dance Center is a children's dance studio here in Edina. They offer tap, jazz, ballet, lyrical, hip-hop, and more.
I think there's a lot of dancing going on here in Edina.
There is. There is. And, yeah, there's some great performances. We've gone to a couple the last few years. As good as a professional dance troupe that I've seen.
I would agree. The Jugheads Youth Juggling Company. Edina has its own Jugheads, and they've appeared in every 4th of July parade. Paul and Wendy Arneberg started the group when they were advisors for Wise Guys, an after-school activity program for pre-teens here in Edina. As interest in juggling grew larger and larger, they created the Jugheads, which now involves hundreds of kids from Edina and surrounding communities. Members and alumni from the Jugheads have performed all over the United States, winning awards for their extraordinary skill.
Lori,
Can you juggle?
That juggler is on a unicycle.
Oh my gosh. Bill, I think next year you and I should get out there.
I'll try.
Yeah, I would too.
My uncle's a juggler.
So you've got the background.
My wife tells me she's a juggler too. Juggler of family, work, friends.
That's right.
But I'll try it next year if you
Okay,
do.
I will.
All right, that's a
guest
challenge.
Performers.
That's a challenger to all of our listeners out there.
Got it.
Next year, I mean, we only have 100 jugglers here this morning. Next year,
Right.
let's see even more. Only 100 jugglers. Can you imagine
I
that?
know. And they can keep it straight.
All right, coming up, we have the Good Samaritan United Methodist Church with 2 giant puppets. These puppets are made out of paper mache, and each is actually controlled by an adult center pole carrier, as well as another adult walking side by side, controlling the arms. Good Samaritan began using these puppets in 2009 for a Christmas Eve's children's service. And, after that, it was such a success, they thought they couldn't just put them away. They need to get them out on the street.
Exactly. We'll talk about coordination.
That hurts my back just watching them bend over. So I think they're wearing different outfits for the parade than they wear for the church events. Might be a little bit less red, white, and blue.
Well, they're dressed for the occasion.
They are. Must be hard to find their size.
Special made.
Maybe we could be matchmakers and set up the pole people with the chicks on sticks.
Oh my gosh, there you go, Bill. That's a great idea.
Oh, do you smell that pizza?
Oh my gosh, Red Savoy's Pizza. The established pizza chain Red Savoy's has come to Edina, and they're participating in their first parade this year, and they're a silver sponsor. One of my favorites. Wonder if they're giving out samples.
That would be my wish. Let's find out. Do you have a favorite pizza?
I'm the traditionalist.
It's hard to beat pepperoni and sausage.
Yep.
But they have one called the East Sider. Have you tried that?
No, I haven't tried that one.
So it's their typical supreme pizza with sausage and, mushrooms and green peppers and everything. But what makes the East Sider the East Sider?
What is it?
A layer of sauerkraut.
I would never have guessed. So you've tried that?
So I might react by saying I would never eat that. But yes, I have tried it, and yes, I would have it again. It was very good. We have our Arts and Culture Commission. In Edina, we have the Art Center, and the Art Center Board has now become the Arts and Cultural Commission. and they get involved in artistic endeavors of all sorts throughout the city. They have the program about public art that has provided 18 sculptures throughout the city this year, the author studio, the film fest, and I think they're followed by the Edina Historical Society. And this looks like the Minnesota Morris Dancers. Now this is a men's English folk dance team dancing in a style of Morris that originated in the Cotswolds of central England, and hence that's why they call it the Cotswold Morris. So Morris dances are performed by a team of up to 8 individuals. They dance to traditional music provided by violin, melodeon, pipe, and timbre. And even they sing sometimes, and they dance to the song.
Multi-talented. Dario Anselmo. He's a candidate for the House District 49A this year.
November 4th.
Yep.
Election day.
Get out and vote.
And there's Dario with his supporters. A portion of his
It's quite a
supporters.
contingency with him today. Out walking the route.
Always good to reach out to the young voters. Young voters to be.
That's right.
Boy, it makes you want to have a convertible, doesn't it?
I've always wanted a convertible.
Maybe is that a requirement for running for office?
Must be.
Having
You're
a convertible?
Right. Good point.
Oh, and following up is Bob Suter, a candidate for House District 49B here in Edina. Barb has her contingent. Where is she? I see her somewhere. There she is on the far side. Boy, it's great for the candidates to get some FaceTime.
It is. It is. And I think that there's quite a few of them here today with us.
Both incumbents and candidates, right?
Next up, we have Southdale YMCA. In Edina, they offer over 180 group exercise classes weekly, including personal training, swim lessons, and other great fitness and community building programs. The newly renovated fitness center and warm water family therapeutic pool. They complement the existing climbing wall, skate park, 6-lane lap pool, whirlpool, sauna and steam room, racquetball courts, and so much more. Love the facility. The parking lot is always packed.
Beautiful new facility.
They do a great job.
It's hard to keep those clubs up, you know?
Right.
Needs changes.
Yes, yes.
New
But they're up for the challenge.
They are, and that was a big fundraiser just 2-3 years ago. Reminds me I should probably go work out this week.
I was thinking the same thing, Bill.
Brats, s'mores. Yeah, we should definitely have to sneak a couple workouts in.
And they're right across the street from my office, so I don't have any excuse.
We can ride our motorcycles to our next workout.
That's right. I'll meet you at the Y.
All right.
Look at the other. Oh,
There's a group of folks.
everybody's waving for the cameras.
I'll give it to you. Hi.
Ooh, we've got several deep along the sidewalks here.
Those folks have reserved their spot since yesterday, or maybe even the night before.
Yep. Well, I know I was down on this side of town early yesterday morning. There were already blankets and chairs out.
I was
Holding
out
their
on
spots.
Wednesday night, and there's a group with a blanket on the corner by Perkins.
That's dedication. Definitely.
Or else I thought it was a day early. I'm not sure.
Otherwise, they were having a picnic at Perkins.
Let's see, this looks like North Star Aerial. Now this is an Edina-based business that specializes in aerial filming and photography. They use remote-controlled multi-rotors, little helicopters, and their team services a number of clients, production houses, corporations, nonprofits, developers, real estate folks, as well as broadcast television. Boy, thanks to Bobby and Steve's for having all their tow trucks out here this morning.
Yes. They're getting a workout.
So we're listening to the Rick Nair Trio. Again, they have live jazz. They perform everything from traditional jazz standards, but they're also influenced by Brazilian sounds, Latin jazz, funk, blues, and more.
I love the music this year.
I love that bass line.
Got another great group of kids coming up.
The Figure Skating Club.
Braemar Figure Skating Club is the premier figure skating club of the Braemar Arena, home to national and international individual and team figure skaters.
They must have forgot their skates this morning.
They must have. I didn't realize, though, how strong that sport is here in Edina, figure skating.
That's what I've heard.
I knew about the hockey, but figure skating was a new one for me.
They do a big show in the spring.
Yes, they do. Very talented young skaters.
You could showcase your talents on figure skates.
There goes the walking and chewing gum at the same time. I'm sure it would be very entertaining for the audience.
Let's see, we're also joined this morning by Paul Scogan, a candidate for Hennepin County Judge. There's Paul.
Happy 4th of July! Happy 4th!
So when you skate, do you skate, Lori?
I put skates on, and
put skates
I hold on as I walk around the
It
rink.
only
Does that
hurts
count?
the first time when you
You're
fall.
probably
The
right.
second, third, fourth times you don't even notice.
We have Senate District 49 Democrats who are representing the local DFL for Edina, Western Bloomington, and parts of Minnetonka and Eden Prairie with us today.
There's Uncle Sam. He gets around.
He does. Kind of like Santa.
Exactly. So if you leave cookies out,
Well, Uncle Sam
does Uncle Sam show up?
doesn't look like he eats many cookies, though.
Boy, so they're holding up signs of a variety of folks that represent Edina, as well as Minnesota. And the Democrats are, of course, followed up by the Senate District 49 Republicans, representing the local GOP for Edina, the western portions of Bloomington, and also parts of Minnetonka and Eden Prairie. You know, I really find Edina to be a unique community in our representation by Democrats and Republicans.
Mm-hmm.
Most cities, I think, can get split either one or the other, but it seems that Edina is pretty mixed.
And we still talk to each other.
Exactly, and still get things done.
That's right.
And there's the elephant. There's a candidate.
Do you have any favorite memories, childhood memories of the 4th of July?
You know, so my memories of 4th of July, Lori, are always about the candy.
Okay.
It was second best to Halloween.
I don't blame you. I do not blame you at all.
You go to the first parade and you realize that next time you should bring a bucket or a bag. And those were the days when they would actually throw the candy.
Right.
And then the kids just scatter all over the place and dodge the fire truck and whatnot. So now at least we probably a few less skid knees and everything, but that's one of my favorites.
Gear Running Shoes is with us also today. They're serving the Twin Cities and the Greater Metro for over 30 years. They're located in Edina's 44th and France neighborhood and less than a mile from the Minneapolis chain of lakes. Gear has the finest selection of running shoes, apparel, and accessories.
There's nothing like the smell of brand new running shoes.
Brand new running shoes, and if you're running around the lakes here in Minnesota.
Exactly. A lot of good races coming up here in Edina. Southdale has a couple 5Ks.
Okay.
July
50th in France, do they have
50th in France. On July 17th, they have a women's-only 5K race.
Perfect. Is there still time, I wonder, to register?
There is. First time they did it was last year. They were expecting about 500 people. They had 1,500.
Oh, my gosh.
So this year we're planning for a bigger crowd. And it's really unique, the women-only races, because most races can be dominated by men. But for the women-only events, I think it's a whole different atmosphere.
Stop at Gear, get your running shoes.
Oh, and we've got Grandmothers for Peace walking through. Grandmothers for Peace is a local group that meets monthly to share concerns and discuss issues like nuclear energy, war, violence, environment, justice, poverty. Altogether, it comes down to the legacy that they're leaving for future generations. They're always open to new members, they tell me.
Thank you, Grandmothers.
Yep. They meet here at the library at Grandview.
Important to leave that legacy.
And they also tell me you don't have to be a grandmother to qualify.
I have heard the same thing. Yep. Does that mean you could join the group?
Theoretically, I couldn't run in the women's only race, but I could join the grandmothers group. Oh, they're building memories right now.
Right.
They're at the parade, eating candy, and on TV.
Exactly.
How about you, Lori? What's your favorite memory?
My best friend lived next door, and we used to decorate our bikes and ride in the parade. Yep. Always loved that. It was so much fun. Custom Remodelers is a family-owned business who's been serving Minnesota and western Wisconsin for more than 25 years. They are a bronze sponsor for today's parade. So you just had a huge remodeling project.
We did. It was the simple project that was not simple, but we finished. Our kitchen looks gorgeous.
Of them are that way.
Our bathroom looks gorgeous. Our living room looks gorgeous. Thanks to our contractor for getting it done. He would have been on time had we been able to make decisions.
Don't give you a lot of options.
It's
right?
a big challenge.
It is.
You think
There's
it's going to
a
be
lot.
easy? Pick out a kitchen.
Right.
It's not easy.
Pick out a color. Paint color.
Right. We should have painted everything army green. So the Minnesota Superheroes United is coming up behind us. This is a group of superhero and villains who appear at local charity events, parades, and conventions. They're sponsored by the Edina Rotary Club. Rotarians doing good deeds both locally and abroad, and volunteers. We're reminded that volunteers are our everyday superheroes. So Minnesota Superheroes United. Let's see, we've got Batman and Superman, Spidey. Let's see, they are followed up by Wooge Beyond, who's past president of the Rotary Club. There's the Penguin, Green Lantern. I don't see Super Wooge.
Boy, I think we've got them all covered.
Darth. Princess Leia. Okay, this is a quiz, Lori. Can you name all the superheroes? Stormtroopers. New.
Disney characters. I can do
that's
Disney
good.
characters.
Well, rest assured, Wooge is out there somewhere. And Wooge, as I mentioned, is past president. Is that Wooge?
There he is.
There we go. There's Wooge. So Wooge is past president of the Rotary Club of Edina. Recently on the cover of Edina magazine, I think a month or two ago. This year he published a book called Service Above Self. Or I'm sorry, he didn't publish. He got the Service Above Self award for publishing the book, and that book was all about his Rotary experience.
Amazing.
And he got that start through the Youth Exchange Program.
Rotary is a great organization. Next up, we have the Edina Soccer Association. They're a house league soccer program for grades pre-K through 12 that promote fun, competitive advantages, all-inclusive brand of soccer in Edina. Pre-K, Bill. That's young.
I can take him. My niece plays youth soccer. Oh my gosh.
But
it's
another
such a
huge
trip.
program here
Exactly,
in Edina.
and growing. It's been growing since I was a kid. You know, I think the Ultimate Patience Award should go to youth coaches.
I agree.
So thanks to the moms and dads and coaches. This is like a youth soccer riot happening here. Did you catch World Cup fever this
I did. Absolutely enjoyed it.
So did she. And the Edina soccer teams are a lot of fun to watch. If you haven't seen a game, it's worth going out.
It's been a while. But I love getting out there, especially on the nice days.
Oh my gosh, right. Hey, I'm hearing some great music behind me. I believe that's Gordon Forcier, and he is presenting his 1953 Wurlitzer organ. So Lori, I'm going to pick on you. Do you know how those organs are powered? Are those steam?
I have absolutely no idea.
Channel your grandmother and grandfather. What would they
I was
tell
going
you?
to say horse-powered, but
Horse-powered.
that's probably not it.
I'll go with horse-powered. Hey, here's some kid-powered, some cub-powers.
Edina Cub Scouts are a staple for the Edina 4th of July parade every year. They're very special participants who walk the parade route in reverse to pick up all of the litter that's been left on the roadway. Thank you to all of the scouts out there who are helping us today.
Okay, they might call it litter. It's actually they're going for the candy.
That's right.
But thanks for picking up the candy wrappers and everything else, too. Oh, look at this. They are. Thanks for cleaning up, Scouts. Really appreciate it. If you find a full one, go ahead and eat it.
One with a wrapper on it?
With a wrapper. Say, it looks like this is the Barbie Lee Dance Studio. Another local studio that provides a combination of ballet, tap, jazz, as well as cutting-edge styles. Their students study all forms of dance in the same lesson, so they can combine and share the skills associated with ballet, tap, and jazz. Lori, that's quite a hat you have on. I can't help but notice
Yours
that.
as well, Bill. I love it. I think it fits us.
Oh, it definitely does.
Very appropriate for
I
the day.
might not take this off.
I'll wear it all day today.
So
I'm going grocery shopping afterwards.
it's a small token of patriotism just for you.
Yes, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. You look very handsome.
Oh, thanks. Very beautiful. Let's see. So I'm hearing Dairy Queen. I'm seeing Dairy
Queen. Oh, International Dairy Queen, the DQ Grill and Chill. It's part of the International Dairy Queen Corporation. Dairy Queen is a gold sponsor. Oh,
they're
Bill,
a gold
look
sponsor,
at this.
and Lori,
Bill's got dilly bars for
in
us.
honor,
I was going to make a
stopped by Dairy
stop
Queen
for
last night.
Blizzard. Thank you.
They don't open till 10 this morning.
Oh, how nice of you to do this.
So the
one of my favorite treats.
The manager at the Dairy Queen down on 50th said that this is one of their busiest days.
Good for them.
After the parade
4th of July and ice cream makes perfect sense. Thank you. Okay, where are we going to put this so I can
We're going to eat it.
have it on my...
Oh, we can't eat it, huh? Okay, so this kind of backfired if we can't really
That's
eat
okay.
it.
I'm going to make sure that we save this because I'm not going to let it go to waste. Thank
I've
you.
got the chocolate mint.
Oh, do I have the same?
You have the chocolate.
Chocolate. Love it.
They still make the red one.
I'm very flexible. I don't know if you remember, I did an Enterprise Edina episode at Dairy Queen, and they taught me how to do the magic
You did the swirl
on the cone. Yep. I didn't do very well, but it was a great experience. And what a wonderful team over there.
Did your ballet training help you with that?
Not at all.
You guys want some candy?
Not at all.
Queen and Edina.
Great.
Yeah.
Thanks to Dairy Queen. That is one happy cone.
It is. You know, it's not as easy as it looks putting that swirl
Making
on
the
top
swirl?
of the cone. No, it's not.
You know, so many folks think of Dairy Queen as really being an American brand, and it is. Started off in Illinois, expanded to Edina and the rest of the world. But do you know what the favorite ice cream in China is these days?
No idea.
Dairy Queen. Over 500
That's right.
locations in China alone and growing.
It's wonderful. Good for Dairy Queen.
Lori, that is FM Riot.
Great job. Who sang this song originally? Do you remember?
B-52s.
Yes.
So FM Riot is a local band. They cover classic rock from contemporary as well as also top 40 hits that are more current.
And as the police escort wraps up this year's parade, I'd like to thank our sponsors, who some of them had floats, some of them did not have floats, but they're definitely all supporters of the Edina 4th of July parade. Silver sponsors include Christensen and Lowy, public accountants, Grandview Tire and Auto, dermatology specialists, M.A. Peterson, 50th in France Business and Professional Association, Excel Energy, Schmidt Music, Think Mutual Bank, Galleria Shops of Distinction and Simon Properties Southdale Center. Bronze sponsors include Kraus and Hovland, Oliver Taylor Salon, Wings Financial Credit Union, and Sign Pro, Bill.
Could you imagine if they all had floats in this parade? We'd be here for another hour.
Exactly.
We'd also like to thank the 2014 Parade Committee, this year led by Chair John Swan, through an appointment by the Edina Community Foundation. They've all made this possible, and it's been a lot of work. Thanks so much to the members of that committee, Kristen Arsvald, John Curry, Barbara Malzacher, Rick Murphy, Marsha Buchok, Chris Marshall, Lynn Swan, and Maria Novacek.
Bill, thank you for joining me today, and thank you for joining us. I hope you'll come back next year for this wonderful community event. I'm Lori Severson.
And I'm Bill Neundorf. Thank you.
Happy 4th of July.